Hello again, Kevin Colt back at you, PM Head of Cloud Management Solutions here at Supermicro, continuing our podcast on Super Developer Console, formerly SDX. In the previous video, we showed you a one-click operation of how to instantiate containers, both PyTorch and TensorFlow. In today's video, we're going to focus on looking at the endpoint and looking in detail of what we see and being able to log into the Jupyter Notebook. So you can see here our container is now in a ready status, right? Before it was previously queuing and then in initializing. So it's been completed and ready to go. And let's look at PyTorch. PyTorch is the same. It's ready and in a ready status. It was previously in initializing and was queuing and then initializing. So first thing I want to do is let's look at information here or plugins that are associated with this particular container, right? So we have a service name that we've created. And by the way, you can come up to the action here and rename it to something as more meaningful if you like, or duplicate it, right? Maybe I want to go ahead and duplicate this action, right? So I click here, click on duplicate, and then make a copy of it, right? And then maybe rename it. Instead of using copy, maybe I'm just going to say copy of my container. And maybe I want to say it's PyTorch, right? All right. Say next. I'm going to use the same. I either can use the same Jupyter password, which I'll do so. Say next here and submit. And there you go. You can basically snapshot or clone a specific container, right? Which is really, really powerful for folks out there that don't have to go through and create the PyTorch again. Maybe they want to clone it for a backup or for some other uh, uh, use case. All right. So back into our endpoint here. And so you see here, we're in the status ready. We've given it a description. You can call it any description you want. It's provided the endpoint here with you can also SSH to it by passing parameters, the user account, and when it was created. So on the pod detail, we see where it's in a running state. We show the flavor associated with it, the pod IP address on the CNI, the host that is basically hosting this. So this is the GPU node that is the 169.169. And you see here our Kubernetes node is the name that is basically hosting it. And then we can look at container detail. You see our CUDA basically wrapper here that is part of this when it was creating the image. And other useful information here too as well, such as the belong pod and the port. So you can see here, no storage has been created here. Our network here is using a network target port to get out. We'll show you that when we get into the Jupyter Notebook itself. So you can see our public IP address here and our information here in the cluster IP address we're using for the CNI. So incidentally, all of the CNIs use a default of 10, the 10 nomenclature. And then on the monitoring, we're pulling in those cluster services, right? So you see here the GPU utilization is no data is found because we're not running any type of model, right? So we would expect that to be pretty much nil, and our memory utilization is nothing. But you can see here our CPU utilization started out at a high and then dropped off, right? So it's been charting properly. So you have all your plugins to look at your utilization, your memory utilization here, um, data rates for disk read write, and then net going ongoing traffic, right? Of what we're net incoming traffic and outgoing rate. So pretty useful information to see how well your container is running, right? From a utilization standpoint. And then you see here our service parameter information too as well, that we provide in the tabular form by just clicking on each one of these. So let's dive into it now. So you can see here we automatically are connected into 172.24, 169, 169, which is the GPU node with that port. We say advanced here, and then we click on here, and then we put in our password. That we deployed with, and then we jump right into the Jupyter notebook, right? So here is all the various different notebook information, console. Let's look at the terminal and do a very simple seeing if we can ping out onto the internet. So we'll do a ping to 8.8.8. And let's do this app get update. All right, so we can go out there and see that we're communicating with the mirrors. So that's very useful. You can see we're built to an Ubuntu image here, container image. And then if you wanted to pull down packages that were associated with this, you could definitely do so, right? So let's wait till this finishes fetching. Maybe you want to do an upgrade, right? You want to do an app get upgrade, right? And you want to update this box here to the latest particular kernel versions. And you can see here that it's pulling all the various different important software dependencies for this particular release. So very useful. So you can see here we're getting out to the internet, and then we're starting to build our particular platform to support our modeling and inferencing and prototyping that you're going to utilize within the platform. So that has to do with the Jupyter as it relates to the notebook. So let's close this out from our container PyTorch and look at TensorFlow, right? So we can look at TensorFlow. And again, all of the service tab information is up here. And then you can look in the monitoring piece of this. We're not using any GPU utilization or memory because we have no modeling going on, but you can see here a utilization of memory. So all of the metrics that are being pulled for this particular platform. So let's get into the Jupyter notebook here again. And let's log in. And you would see basically the same stuff, right? So if I wanted to essentially log in to my terminal here, I could do so here. And then I could essentially do an app get update, making sure that my cache is set, and I want to pull down, maybe I want to upgrade this particular machine here, or this container. So we'll wait till this finishes reading all of its packages, and then we'll perform an apt-get upgrade. And then we can say yes there, and it goes out and it pulls all the software dependencies to allow us to upgrade this particular container. So this completes showing you the instantiation of containers and being able to pull software dependencies under the terminal access window. We'll continue these videos. We'll keep building on these videos, providing you a lot more advanced features as we go. These are just basically rudimentary type videos to sort of get you started and navigate around the control plane itself. Thanks for joining today. You have a great day, and we'll see you next time.